So maybe you're living in New York, Pennsylvania, Illinois, maybe California, and you've always thought about moving to South Florida, whatever the reason might be. I'm going to tell you how I did it about 3 years ago and what I think about it. And maybe it'll give you inspiration to never give up on your dream of moving down here to the Palm Beaches of South Florida. And we're getting after that right now.
One day it dawned on me. I said, you know what? I could live in a vacation. I can just sell where I'm at and move down to South Florida. And that's what I did. I lived in Illinois really my whole life. It was the best decision that I ever did make. And it's the first place I went to. You know, I lived in Illinois my whole life. It's the first place that I ever felt like I really fit in here. It was a different feeling than when I vacationed here, but when I moved here, it was so different. I was like, wow, I really fit in here. And I moved here in the middle of summer. It was like 94 degrees out. It was so hot. And you know what? You acclimate to that. You know, you've heard that. It's too hot. Everything's too expensive now. It's too buggy. It's a great place to vacation. It's not a good place to live. All those things. But then you got that in the back of your mind. You're like, man, I would really like to live there. I wonder how I could do it. And you know what? You can find a way. So one of the things I would suggest is if you're thinking about beach living especially, because it is a little bit different, is rent down here. Right now the rents, some of them are high, but they're coming down because they're not getting what they were getting before. So you can come down here, you can do a seasonal rent. You can get into a place like mine for probably, $3,000, but you can pay, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a month too. It just depends on, if you have to have a waterfront view. You can see I'm out here. It's about 7:30. It's the middle of August. It's probably about, 89 degrees, but it doesn't even bother me. I've been so used to the heat now. My body's acclimated to it. But you see all these condos behind me, right here. All those condos there. There's the Marriott there. There's Amrit. There's the Ritz. There's a Tierra. I'm over here on this side. It's kind of cloudy out. It's perfect. I thought I'd get out here and film because it's so nice. But you have to just make a plan and find a place to go. You can just come down here, stay in a hotel for a couple weeks, or just, start looking online. You can give me a call if you're thinking about South Florida down here in the Palm Beach area. I can help you out. You can, like I said, you can find rentals down here fairly inexpensive. If you're looking to rent on the island, I can help you out with that because everything's like 2 to 5 minutes from me. And I suggest Singer Island. I'm big on it because I live here, but I like it because it's kind of quiet and laid back. But any place else you want to go to in the Palm Beaches, I'm very familiar with all that. But as far as the condo life and living on the ocean, this is where it's at, man. I mean, I'm sitting here. I got the ocean right out here. This is what it's like tonight. Now that's my building right there. That's called the Côte d'Azur, right? But this is beach life. This is what it's like out here at night. And I'll show you also what it's like in the morning.
So if you want to find a way to live in a beautiful environment, live a healthy lifestyle, have fun as you're, getting older, I guess, I don't know. But just to have, a better quality of life, that's what I would call it. And wake up and look at this kind of beauty every day. Not me, but the ocean and stuff.
And then this is looking south, and where those really dark clouds are, that's where Palm Beach is. So we're literally, I'm just a few minutes from Palm Beach. The thing is, it's not as expensive as you think. People think, oh my gosh, it's so expensive. But really, for what you get down here, the quality of life, for me, is way beyond what I had living in Illinois. I mean, my quality of life is just incredible. I'm in great shape. I feel healthy. I feel fit. I'm eating better. I'm eating a lot more seafood than I did. So not just all red meat all the time. because you're down here on the beach, you want to get in shape. You know, you want to feel good, you want to look good. I go fishing a couple, 2-3 times a week, usually just on the beach. Probably because I'm too lazy to go get on a boat and go and plan and do all that. Because it's right here, it's just walking out. This is my backyard. I walk out, and usually I'm out here fishing this time of night. So you go fishing, you can go, I played tennis last night at Palm Beach Gardens, pickleball and tennis. Yes, they have pickleball, believe it or not, I know that's the rage.
Their intensity and their play. Gabe Tardio flying across the line for that.
And they have tennis, and they have all sorts of things, but I've done yoga. I know, it's hard to believe. Paddle boarding, I've done that a lot. Snorkeling, I do that a lot. I play golf. You know, I used to play golf in Illinois, and now I play golf here too, but more than I used to. So it's just really a much better way of life if you asked me. I mean, I know everyone can't come to Florida, but if you are thinking about it and you think, hey man, I waited too long, I'm too old, and you know, and you're still working, it doesn't even matter if you're still working. There's plenty of jobs down here. There's plenty of work down here. Lots of big businesses are moving down here. There's so much money down here, it's crazy. If you're in any type of service business, I don't care whether you're a professional service business too, like if you're an attorney or a doctor or a dentist, any kind of construction services. Because if you're coming from the northern areas, I know if you're coming from Chicago area, you work a lot harder than some of the people, I hate to say it, work down here in South Florida. So if you're reliable and you get the job done, you'll thrive down here. It's just a thriving environment. And if you're into tech or anything like that, there's so much going on down here. I know down like towards Miami and Fort Lauderdale and even West Palm Beach. If you know, it's crazy. I remember, you know, reading advertisements and stuff, and a lot of these big companies and financial companies and stuff, you know, and a lot of them are based out of like Jupiter, Florida, West Palm Beach, you know, Miami, Palm Beach Gardens. So that's where they're at. They're here. It's just really a cool environment. The only thing I miss maybe that I don't do is hunting. I used to hunt a lot up in Illinois, so no hunting going on here. They do hunt here, but I don't like hanging out with a bunch of bugs out in the woods. That and camping. You're going to see me camping in South Florida. Maybe on the beach I would do it. I've fallen asleep, you know, right over here. You know, I go and I grab the chairs, one of the lounge chairs. But, you know, we see the cool stuff here. I've shown you videos. I'll show you some videos I have of like turtles. It's just really an amazing place. And then the people. You meet people here from all over the place. I mean, from every state and many different countries. It's just really a melting pot of people. Everybody seems to be in a better mood down here. At least if you ask me, it just seems like that. It's just, how can you not be? I mean, the beauty and the environment here is just absolutely crazy. But getting caught in traffic on 95, that can be a little irritating. But for the most part, it's really laid back. It's really a very cool environment. And at my age, I feel young down here. I'll be totally honest. I mean, I see people out there really enjoying their lives in their 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s even. I played tennis with a guy who's like 80, like I think he's 82. This dude Mario, he can kick my ass, like literally kick my ass. That's just how it is. I can't believe he's in the shape he's in. And that's not uncommon down here. So it's a place people come here and live. They don't come here and like die. It's like a very lively, fun environment. I'll go out to these happy hours, and you know, things shut down here early, at least where I'm at. I'm not like in Lauderdale or Miami. Here, you know, 10 o'clock on the island, it's like closed up. All the bars are closed and everything, pretty much, you know. But it's just really fun. I went to a lobster fest the other day here on the island. So I'm taking a bike ride down to the Sailfish Marina here on the island, and they have something going on today. It's called the Lobster Fest. They have these Jeep fests, they have volleyball, they have sand tennis, they have all these different types of festival or things going on here. Every weekend they have bike races. I could basically stay on the beach or stay on Singer Island and actually just never leave here. Now, except for like food and stuff like that. But like grocery stores, everything's really convenient for me. I basically drive, 5 to 7 minutes and I'm at a grocery store. If I need to go to the mall to get something, usually I buy stuff online, but if I need to, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Every name brand of everything you have it right here. So the condo life, it is different. People think it's super expensive. It's not. You don't have to do anything. So like, you don't have to cut grass. You don't have to take care of your roof. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Now, the one thing you do want to watch out is there's some special assessments and things like that that come up, but most of those are in place. So you just really have to look at the budget. You have to look and you have to see if there's any special assessments they've done recently. And if they have, usually you have the seller pay for the remaining amount on the special assessment, or they include it in the price, but you'll know whether you're paying it or not. So you're not on the bag for something, repairs they should have done, 10 years ago. It's really a different way of living. It's a great way of living, at least for me it is. And I lived, amongst the corn. I lived kind of rural, actually. When I got here, I thought, man, a condo, I don't know what that's gonna be like. Well, obviously you downsize, but as you get older, you usually want to downsize. And I really love it. I mean, it's like I don't have any responsibility for a home anymore. In the sense of, yes, on the interior, but on the exterior, no. And it's very freeing. So you have much more time. You're not worried about, cleaning the gutters or raking leaves or cutting the grass, anything like that. It's just, you're just living and you're having fun. I'm down here, I work, I sell real estate. So obviously I'm working a lot, but it's enjoyable to me. It always has been enjoyable to me, but it's even more enjoyable down here. Now you can get into a beachfront condo, and I'm not kidding, in the mid 4s to 500,000. You really can. You can get a 1 or 2 bedroom, and they come along, but they come along quickly, and you got to act. So I've seen one sell in my building for 400,000. It's like a 1,400 square foot, 2 bedroom. It just, it was livable. It was move in. The people right now are doing renovations, but 400K they paid. I think they paid 400 or 390. So you can still find those deals. You just have to be ready to act upon them. In the Intercoastal and North Palm Beach area, you can, and even here in Riviera Beach, there's other areas you can find properties all along here, 400,000, 450, 500. And if you go further north, you can find stuff a lot less expensive than that. But you may or you may not like it. I'm thinking you're probably going to like it. I mean, and even if you've never lived near the water or anything, it's absolutely amazing. Yeah, we get hurricanes. Yeah, it gets really hot. We get even just tropical storms. We get some crazy storms that come in here really fast and furious, I think they're cool, though. I think they're really cool. I love watching them. You can see in the background there's been some lightning striking. I've seen that. But anyhow, if you are thinking about moving down here, be sure to give me a call, a text, or an email. I'd love to hear from you. Just remember, it's never too late. Don't give up the fight. If you really want to do it, you got to set your mind. You got to get that mindset. Say, heck, I'm doing it.